Hey, good morning, everybody. How are you? On this, Friday? Beautiful Friday. Thank goodness it's Friday. May 12th? Hey, Emma, JW, Joe, Centuri, John, how you guys doing? Hot coffee here. Hey, yesterday we talked a little bit about the gap and trap stocks, and we'll look at a few this morning, right after the market here. So the SPY's up. Hey, the market's up. I guess the big key is it's got to stay up today. Yesterday we were talking about this wedge right here. Are we going to break down from this wedge, or are we going to break out? We break out. That is a really good bullish sign. And you just can't deny that the bulls are doing what the bulls need to do here, to climb higher. They scrap for it, though. I'll tell you, they scrap. It's not just go, 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 go. Bears pull them back. It keeps them in check, but the bulls just keep popping up here. Excuse me. So let's, see how we finish out the day. But right now, I'm going to have to say that we're looking at a bullish chart. If we look at the dark chart here, just looking at the trend indicator and the T-line there, everything is pointing to bullishness. Here's the weekly chart. Weekly is quite bullish. I can clearly see there's some resistance up here. And, if we want to talk about that, well, we can see there was some resistance here popping up through those lows, but yet we popped up and right in through here. Well, maybe there's no resistance up there yet. Maybe we had to get up here before we got into a little bit of resistance. But that's popped up here on the weekly chart. So I think we're looking pretty good. Qs of what's led us. FNGU, big tech is what's led us up here. I'm afraid that if big tech lets go, we may have a problem. But until that happens, it's not there. No sense in fretting about it until we actually get a trend break here. And right now it's looking pretty good. Here's FNGU. Yesterday, I thought was insane. I thought for sure yesterday we were going to slip a little bit. I mean, just a normal little pullback, but we did not. And here we are popping up into here. So go big tech, let it rip. Diamonds are still underwater. Diamonds are still a bit of a problem, based on the trend I use, which is these red and green dots. Price is underneath that trend, and the T-line is underneath that trend as well. And that may not go too well by the end of the day. The diamonds, they could put a drag on this market, and by the end of the day, there could be some profit taking that pulls the SPY back down, pulls some of the Qs down. So keep an eye on it. All right, let's take a look at some of those charts. What did I do with them? That always happens to me. Let me do this, and let me do this, get them out of the way so I can take a look at them. We'll put them right here. There we go. So yesterday we talked about some of these charts that created a gap and trap. Everybody knows about the trap. If you don't, please ask in the trading room, okay? So here's Fubo. Let's work from right to left. So here we've pulled back. We're into that 3-8 trap entry area, and you can see the gap. The whole idea is buyers step in a big way compared to sellers. They step in, and we would like to drive it higher. Yes, we want to show that there's still that interest there, and then watch for the pullback for the entry for the next leg up. And then, of course, from a real basic, just from the very beginning, the get-go, if the T-line is the bottom trap line, it closed below the T-line, you might not like it. Now, I'm not saying that's where stop should be. I'm just saying that, certainly certainly take an interest if we start closing below the T line here. And I mean a proactive interest, not a buying interest necessarily. CVNA, a lot of people have been eyeballing this. I know some people were in it. I wasn't very gung-ho on it, buying it here, and it went up. It's just because it's not my kind of trade. Now that it's pulling back, I'm starting to get interested in it. So I'm going to simply wait till that buying opportunity sets up in here. And we can do this here. Let's just take this top right down. Yeah, we're looking at a 3 trap, so we'll just stop it right there. So based on this, this is the whole buy area right through here. And here is the gap. So we gap, run up to wherever, and then pull back into the trap right through here. Another thing that's important is to pay excuse me, pay attention to how we got there. You know, you want to make sure that everything over here on the left is making a little bit of sense. You want to watch that. So Tyler, what did you ever send over the gap and trap? It's already there, Tyler. After the market opens, I'll show you. Yeah, it's already there. Well, it's on the list. I'll show you, okay? Yeah, after the market gets open, I'll show you. So there's one. Another one. Oh, let's talk about Chewy. See Chewy? Chewy was a nice little gap here. And there's a 3/8 trap right in there. And congratulations to everybody that might still be holding Chewy. I sold mine a little early, kind of wish now I would have held on to it. Still made great money. Those that are in it now, you're rocking. So way to go on that trade. Big congratulations there. Let's talk about Tesla. So I guess Mr. Musk there, is sort of stepping out of Twitter, and maybe this is, you know, a reason to give Tesla pop to the upside. You know, he can pay more attention to Tesla. I don't know if any of that is true or anything. I mean, I don't get into that, but that's in the news. So Tesla's moving out pretty good here. You can see the gap, and this is coming up on our gap and trap. Nice gap there. And, well, yeah, this is a little more than a gap and trap, but there's your gap. And then you get in that 3/8 trap area. This one's a little bit off that, but close. But you can see how this is moving up. Another way to play Tesla for somebody that can't afford a $175 stock, I mean, even the options are expensive, is try taking a look at that TSLL. $9, $10 here. That's pretty affordable for most traders, I think. And this might be something to take a look at going forward, is TSLL. ZS, this is another gap. While this is in the trap, I want it closer to the T line. That's another thing too. You know, you've got to, you know, be a little bit picky how you enter it. Make sure you're not getting in too fast, too soon, too quick. Don't get caught in that fear of missing out disease. Let it pull back. Give it time to pull back. And say you're chasing ZS, you know, you're just super hyped up about it. You love the chart. You love the stock. You want in this. The first time it shows a, you know, little green candle. Maybe it's up here actually. Little green candle. Maybe it's right here today. You know, be a little careful with that. Is that really where you want to buy it? And I'm not saying that's a bad idea. Just make sure if you are looking at a 3/8 trap, make sure it's a good one. And you want to be a little closer to the T-line for that 3/8 trap. You know, if somebody came in here and said, hey, that's going to be my stop, I'm going to buy it here. Okay, fine, that makes sense. But let's not get, you know, I don't know if we're going to pull that in a real big or true 3/8 trap camp there. We need to be pulled back a little bit more. Why am I showing this? Because I'm waiting. These are on my watch list. I'm waiting for them to get closer here. LMND is another one. Look at that. Beautiful gap, pulling back for a trap here. Let's move on. Oh my goodness. DKNG, gap, we're coming into the trap. Now this one was set up very nice in the trap area. Just need that buying candle. I don't want to be the first cat buying this. I want a bunch of other cats buying it, and then I'm going to come in and buy it. I want to see that there's buyers still there and still moving up. Thomas on Meta, that's on my list as well. See, gap, trap. That's a nice little trap here. So Meta still looks higher to me. I know there's some people looking at Meta on the bearish side, and I suppose, I personally don't see the bearish chart here, but I know some people are short this. I don't particularly see it, but maybe somebody sees something else. Or maybe what it is just hoping that Meta falls on its face. Hope's not an indicator. Common sense is an indicator, but hope's not an indicator. So let's follow the chart. And right now the chart is quite bullish here. For it to be bearish, what we need to see is some bearishness. Let the bear cats come in there, and then we trade based on that. It's like the gap and trap here. Okay, what are we trading on? If you're talking about the gap and trap, the bullish cats came in. Okay, now let's wait for the setup. So if we want to be bearish, wait for the bearish cats to come in. And now let's be bearish. If we go to picking tops and bottoms on hopium, it just doesn't pan out down the road. It just doesn't work so well. So anyway, there we go. That's about all I have this morning. I'll be back here at the bottom of the hour here in about 25 minutes. And then I'm going to be working up to my normal lunchtime, and then I'm going to be taking the day off, do some Friday stuff. So anyway, I'll be back bottom of the hour. You guys take care. Great big good morning to everybody. Good day trading.